Welcome to another chair yoga series. We're going to get right into what we learned in the first video and add to it today. So let's start with hands on the knees. Take a nice deep breath in. Notice that both sits bones are equally placed on your chair. As you exhale, just bring your attention to your feet. Maybe you lift your toes up and settle them back down, spreading them out as wide as you can go. And take another deep breath in. And sigh it away. Just bringing your attention here to this space, to this time, to nourish your body and settle your mind as you continue to take nice deep breaths in and out. Feel how your posture can straighten and align with your inhale, and your exhale will find you getting a hug into the spine. Inhale again and exhale. Keeping on the edge of your seat, go ahead and grab the rim of your chair. Hold on to it, give it a squeeze with the fingers, and feel as if you're trying to straighten up in a resistance to that chair. So the fingers are gripping tightly, and sit up nice and tall. Feel how the shoulders stretch away from your ears. As you inhale, present your heart forward. You're going to go into a little mini back bend. You can keep the chin down for now. We'll move into that. Exhale, curl your tailbone under and hunch, if you will, over, and really try to stretch through your mid-back. Inhale, lift the heart. And on your exhale, your abdominals will draw in, away from your front pants line, more towards your back pants line. There's no need to clench your gut. Inhale. Just feel that gentle compression and drawing in as you roll into that curve of the spine. Inhale, sitting tall. And exhale, rolling into that big stretch. Now adding the chin. Inhale as the heart presents forward and the shoulders are rolled back and in towards the spine. Perhaps you lift your chin. And then exhale, chin to the chest, roll. So as you lift that chin away, coming back up, heart forward first. This might feel very unnatural. We spend so much time looking down at screens, giving you the benefit of the doubt at books, those sorts of things. So when we stretch that chin away, sometimes those muscles want to clench a little bit. They feel tight, perhaps. Maybe just stretched out and weak. And then one more time coming to the top. This time we're going to add the full roll down. And this time lift the hands up. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, let your arms stay right by your ears as you roll down over your legs. At the bottom of this roll, refrain from letting the belly just sag, if you will, into the thighs. Really pull the abdominals up and away, and then continue to pull them up and away as you roll back up. So this is an active abdominal engagement. Inhale, maybe you stretch the heart forward a little bit. Exhale, draw the abdominals up into that scoop. It's gentle, it's with the breath. Don't run out of breath, make it nice and steady. Inhale, nice long sip of air as you come back up. And then exhale. And then inhale, coming back up. That exhale sounding like a balloon slowly losing air. And inhale, coming back up. Bring the hands down and around to the side. Take your left foot out and your right foot bring around to the other side. And again, your right foot, the toes are going to be going out and away. You're going to need to scooch your weight to one side of the chair so it'll feel like your left sits bone is sitting off of the chair. But those toes are going to pull in, making the foot parallel with the chair. Bring your hands to warrior two. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine as if your hands are gently pressing the floor away. And feel your left sits bone draw up and in a little bit, tightening those glutes on that left side just a smidgen, and then feel your right thigh gently press into the chair, like you're trying to lift up and away from the chair, not sink into it. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, bring your right arm down, bending that elbow, letting the elbow connect to the knee. And I want you to find a 50-50 balance there. As the elbow presses into the knee's kind of pressing back. You're going to feel that engagement here in the mula bandha or pelvic floor. And bring your left arm up and overhead. Now we spoke about this in the first video. You would like to have the arm lengthened and look up at that elbow or wrist. However, if you're finding too much tension in the neck, place your fingertips there at the cusp of your skull. Let those fingertips gently squeeze, supporting the neck and the weight of the head, and then look up over the elbow. Abdominals are still supporting the spine, steady with the breath. We're scooping out the hollow of the waist, not just sinking in, but scoop out, lift. And then take that left hand up through, over to the other side. Allow it to rest on your thigh. Slide down the knee and the calf perhaps, and then bring this up and over. Now, if the stretch down the leg is too much, bend your elbow and use the top of your thigh instead. And here again, if that long hand is asking too much of your neck, scoop your hands into the base of your skull and then look up and over. So we can keep this pretty modified. The idea here is to feel good, not to feel strained. Come back up and through. Beautiful work. So now we're going to add a little twist to that. Bring your right elbow back down to your knee. Come back up and through. That extended side angle. We're going to be here for just a brief moment, coming right back up through our reverse warrior. So the hand slides down the leg, the other hand, right hand comes up, or you can shorten your levers. Then extend them, make those arms long, come back up to warrior two. But now I'd like you to take, bending your right elbow, twist around towards your right side. Let your arm rest on your chair or hold on to the chair back. Bring your left arm around. And find that gentle twist here in the core. So my hips are trying to stay back and square, and the twist is at the waist. Perhaps if it's available to you, you float that hand down, right hand down to the outside of your right thigh, and you give a gentle twist. Float the hand back up, reaching across the room, swivel it back around to warrior two. Bring your hands to the front of your chair, bend into your your left leg, and then scooch here towards the end of your chair. Both knees are wide. Hands come to the inside of the knee capsule. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, we scoop the belly, curve the tailbone under. And here allow a little bit of play between the hands and the knees so that one is pressing into the other, creating a little bit of resistance, which will help facilitate a deeper stretch in your shoulders. The exhale curls you, let that head roll, and then inhale, stack back up. Now from here, let's go to the other side. So scoot yourself into the position where your right leg is straight, your left leg is bent, finding that support at warrior two. Engaging through the pelvic floor, the left leg is gently pressing into the chair, the right leg is straight, toes are pulled in, and warrior two. Inhale, reach that length through the crown of your head. As you exhale, gently press the hands into that imaginary floor like you're pushing the floor down. Feel the lift. Take another deep breath in and out here. And then another one. On your next breath, bending into your left arm, take the elbow down to the knee, create that 50-50 resistance, one gently pushing against the other. Maybe you settle your heel back down if you were like me and pushing up too much with the foot. And here we stretch the right arm over, looking at the bicep or the elbow, maybe even the wrist, depending on where it feels good in your chin. And if the free floating head is not really your idea of a great time, then go ahead and cusp your fingers behind the base of your head. Look out over those elbows. Remember, we're scooping out and hollowing out the bottom waist. Oftentimes we want to sink in, and then you'll find your base shoulder will creep into your earlobe, so really push away. And then here again, find the length of that arm for a brief moment to pinwheel back up and around to warrior two. Allow your right hand to drift down to the long leg. Slide the body back. Bring this up and over with the left hand. Looking at your wrist, here again, shortening your arms can decrease any strain. So I'm using that elbow into my hip crease or my upper thigh, and I've bent the top arm, and I'm just cupping the base of my head. And then again, lengthening both arms, coming up and around. Let's do that flow one more time. Bend the left elbow to the left knee. And this time, let's try to keep that arm long for just a second, because you're going to be here for just one deep breath in. Exhale, come back up through center. Inhale, come to your reverse warrior. And exhale, come back and around. Now this time in that warrior two, bending into your left elbow, twist towards the left elbow, allow it to rest on the top of your chair or somewhere around there, holding onto that back of the chair, and then bring your right arm around like you're reaching out across that left knee. I still have my toes in parallel on that back foot, getting a beautiful stretch through the side calf muscle. And here, if it feels good, you can take your right hand down to the outside of your left thigh and see if you can twist just a smidgen further. Core is drawn up and in, but yet you're able to breathe into the back, into the waist, and exhale, feel that gentle hug. Bring your arm back up to reach across the room, pinwheel back around to warrior two. Bring the hands to the front of the chair, scooch back into both knees bent. Now this time we're going to add to it. So bringing your hands inside, but flip the palms so I can read your palms. My toes are turned out on a 45-degree. Both sits bones are level on the chair. Slide your right hand down in the front side of your calf, there by your shin and calf line. And then you're going to bring your left hand up. Now, our idea is to, once we start to lift up, you might find your left hip bone wants to lift. Keep it heavily weighted so that we're really focusing on this shape becoming longer from the top of the hip bone, the pants line, to the rib cage. Here again, if you need to, you can bend the elbow on your support side, attach it to the top of your knee to give you some lift, and you can bring your hand behind your head, shortening the reach so that the core can focus more on the breath. We can bring nourishment and ease into the body, less stress. So meet your body right where it is today. Come back up and through. You'll find it changes, right? Your body can be like the weather. One day you're feeling sunshiny and bright and the reaches are great, and the next day you come in and maybe it's a little cloudy, not quite there for you. So always allow your body to communicate with you where it is on any given day. So we're sliding left hand down the shin line and calf. And here again, I'm kind of pressing the back of my wrist into my leg to facilitate opening my chest more, making sure that my support hips, both of them are down and weighted like gold bricks are in my britches. And then I'm going to look up at the top hand, take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Here again, choosing to, if necessary, to shorten the lever, bringing your elbow bent on top of your thigh, bending the arm, really just trying to open the throat and open the heart. And that's key here. So if the long arms is causing you to shrink up in the waist and tense and shorten and hunker in, I prefer instead shorter arms and more open waist, chest, and neck. That's the goal. All right, float up for me, everyone, and then bring your hands to your knees once more. Good. Now from here, inhale, lift the heart forward, open the chin, and then exhale, round and curve. Good. Bringing the legs in, sitting on the tip of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your right knee up and immediately scoop the hands under. So allow the arms to help hold the weight of your leg. So there'll be a little bit of an arm curl here. And then I want you to just flicker your foot out and in, and don't worry about how long, okay? Don't try to fully extend. Again, we're going for ease with an inch more, not strain. We're just kind of flossing the hamstring and the knee joint here. And then I'd like you to, as you bring that foot in next time, put your ankle on your knee and then gently allow this knee to settle down. And for some of you, you might need to kind of add some swirls and some gentle pushes. Some of your knees might flop right down to the side. Hips are so individual that just take what you need. If you need to add some little swirls and kind of dance it out, you do that. You do that. Grammy, if you're watching this, you just embrace your inner Shakira, okay? And then, again, this hand is here just applying a gentle pressure. Both sits bones are level and balanced. I'm sitting upright and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And if this shape is very easy for you, it's okay. There's no need to intensify it today necessarily. Just feel more connected to the breath. See if you can move your breath into your waist, into your back, and into those hip joints with your inhale. Can you get all the way down there with your in-breath? And as you exhale, can you feel that energy draw up, 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 and out? And then inhale all the way past the chest, just behind the belly button, into the waist, into the hips, and exhale. Sometimes we're so concerned with getting the bigger shape, the more intense shape, that we lose focus on the breath flow and where are things going in our body. And then go ahead. While you're here, keep that knee down. So if you're mirroring me, it's your left knee that's up, and the right hand will come around to hold on to that left knee. You might be tempted to pull the knee up, but I instead want you to use that palm to keep pressing the knee down. Now your free left hand, we're going to bend that elbow and have that hand find the edge of your chair and use that to help pull you around into a gentle twist. Do make sure that you're sitting upright in the plumb line of your body. You're not leaning forward or hunching over. So that might mean your twist is a little bit smaller. Come back and around and through. Allow that foot to come to the floor. Give me a couple of in and out breaths here, just opening the body into that little back bend, that extension of the spine. Exhale, flexion of the spine. Stretching it out bilaterally, both sides doing the same thing for a moment. Then coming up, sitting nice and tall, we're going to bring your other leg up. So for you, this will be your right leg, if you're mirroring me. And here again, my arms are going to help. So I'm going to use those biceps and sit up nice and tall. And then I'm going to start to floss my leg, if you will, just finding that gentle stretch and pull. Nice and easy. The next chair video that I make, we're going to do more standing work as well. So we'll build on this and add standing work. All right, on this next floss, as you reach the foot and then pull it back, go ahead and pull it back so that the ankle rests on the knee. And you might have to hunker back a little bit, but then sit up. And you're going to find, in most cases, that one knee, one hip are a little more cooperative than the other side, and that's normal. So sit nice and tall and allow your right hand to gently press into that right knee. And this is my hamstring that about 5 years ago I injured pretty badly right up at the sits bone. So to this day, sometimes this hip gives me a little bit more chatter. I don't like to say problems or issues, but chatter, okay? It allows me to focus in, give it a little extra love and nourishment and breath. So while we're sitting here and sitting still, we breathe, that inhale traveling behind our throat, behind our heart, behind the belly button, into the depths of the waist, into the hips. And as you exhale, feel that breath come back up from the root of your body, up your spine, and out your nose or your mouth. Give me another breath there, traveling down with the breath. As it goes in, it fills you up all the way to your root. And then exhale, draw it up and out of the body. And now here, take your left hand, twist slightly so that that left hand connects to your right knee. Gently press it down. Use your right arm, bending that elbow so that the hand can find an edge of the back of your chair. And then kind of pull yourself around towards the back of your chair. Meanwhile, the left hand is still pressing the right knee down. Adding a gentle twist here. Are you allowing your shoulders to melt away from your earlobes? Are you breathing into the back of your rib cage? And then as you exhale, feel the gentle hug and wringing out of the waist. One more breath in and out. Float back around through to center. Bring both feet to rest on the floor. Let's take 3 more breaths here. So inhale, coming up into that extension. Maybe you can lift your chin a little bit more than you did at the beginning. Exhale, flex. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, flex. And one more time. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, flex. And then coming back up through to center. And take some time here at the end of your practice. Maybe you combine this with the first video of chair yoga and you have a longer workout. Perhaps you did this as standalone, but either way, just take a moment to sit and breathe, let your thoughts gather, let the practice be sealed in your body. Have a beautiful day.